welcome to Indian News. Our guest today is entrepreneur Nithya Iyer Singh. This year, she is co-chair of TiECON East, one of the largest entrepreneurial conference in the Northeast. We are going to talk to her about various sessions and what is exciting this year in TiECON. Nithya, welcome to our studio.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
This is your second time here in our studio.
Yes.
So, great.
Yes.
So, what is so exciting this year about TiECON East?
We do have a really amazing lineup of speakers, and they will be obviously, you will have the attendees will know the agenda and will know when the speakers will be speaking. So some of our speakers will be staying after they finish speaking, and they will attendees can have a chance to meet up with our speakers and speak with them one-on-one. There is a possibility that we may have some rooms set aside for these one-on-one sessions. In the past, I believe, had we had a main conference theme, and then we had in the past had vertical sessions. They were based on industry verticals, but this time we decided that we would have TEDx style speeches. So we wanted to make sure that we talked to a broader theme. Initially, we were thinking AI, but since it had been overdone quite a bit, we said, let's talk about things that are useful to the entrepreneur. So we decided that the themes will be a little broader.
But if you can talk about the various sessions which are going to happen at the TiECON this year, what are some of those sessions?
Sure. So the theme of the conference is the connected entrepreneur. We decided that the focus will be on the mission of TiE, which is to help entrepreneurs. So the theme is bringing them together during this one-day conference to promote entrepreneurship, and how can we help the entrepreneurs. So our sessions are designed around things that will benefit the entrepreneur. For example, the first session, we're talking about technological advances and areas which will become big in the next few years. And we're going to talk about technologies that will become that the entrepreneur should be getting into and investing it in the next few years and form businesses around that. So that's the first session.
And what time roughly will you start the first session?
So the first session is going to start around 9 o'clock. Okay. Well, actually, we'll have the keynote around 9 a.m. and then shortly after that will be the first session. And then to build on that, so we first talk about what areas that the entrepreneur should be getting into, and then this will be followed by how do they, once they build a product, how do they grow their business? So the next session is focused on sales and marketing. So we have two dynamic speakers talking about these two topics: how to market the business and also grow the sales of the business.
And the third session?
Then after that, we will have the showcase, and then we will have a session where entrepreneurs get an opportunity, upcoming entrepreneurs that have been chosen to present their companies at this TiECON. We had several applicants, and we chose the top 20 or so companies to come and pitch. So they will have 2 minutes to pitch their companies, and the entrepreneurs are from various walks of life in various businesses, and they will either be pitching their product with regards to finding collaborations, or maybe expanding their business, growing their business, or looking for investments. So that's the next session. During lunch, while the attendees while lunch is being served, they will also have a chance to go check out the showcases for the companies that have been chosen to be at the showcase. Each company will have its own booth. Some companies will have a product to display. Some companies will have maybe something to display on a screen, or some brochures that they will be distributing, but they will have a chance to connect with all the attendees and also potentially speak with some of the VCs that are expected to be speaking if they're looking for funding opportunities, and also other collaborators, potentially partnerships and things like that with other entrepreneurs. So that's during lunch. And then after lunch, talking about VCs, we will have a session on funding. And we will have 2 leading VCs from the local area. And they will be speaking about sort of the general VC outlook. At the same time, they will also be talking about what is it that they're funding in their respective areas. One of the VCs is one of our TiE members, Venkat Srinivasan. He is he's the managing director of InnoSpark Ventures, as you know, and he will be talking about the AI landscape in general. What is it that he's funding, what he thinks is the real stuff, what he thinks is fluff, and then giving some advice to the entrepreneurs as to how to approach a VC, how to get funding. And then the other VC is Mark Cassidy, and he focuses on fintech investing. And we thought that would be a good thing for our friends from New York who are coming, who typically have built businesses in financial services.
Sure.
So we thought that would be a good VC to speak at the conference. And then finally, the last session is about exits. So obviously, when you form a company, you build it up, you're busy, but at some point you have to start thinking and planning for exits. So we have 2 speakers coming from EY. They are going to talk about different options and how to plan for those different options. One of them is a tax consultant, so she's going to give a little bit of more detail on the tax ramifications of some of these exit options. And so they'll set the stage with providing a broad landscape about different exit options. And then we actually have 2 exciting speakers who have also exited their companies, and they will talk about their journeys. And we are really looking forward to that.
So what a wonderful team you have
Yes.
developed from session 1 through from keynote to all
Yes.
the way through.
Right, from birth to exit, basically.
Okay.
Yes.
And you forgot to mention about the last most important session of cocktail.
Yes. We do have a cocktail hour where you get more opportunities to network and obviously, enjoy and relax at the end of the day. And this conference is in Boston. So
In Sheraton.
Yes,
Boston.
at the Sheraton.
Yeah.
So after the cocktail hour, people can go out, make some dinner plans, make more connections. I am so very lucky to have an amazing team of volunteers helping out with this conference. Our leadership team is amazing, and in terms of the content team, I have session leads for each of the sessions that are managing the details and talking to the speakers and managing what is being delivered at the conference. Because this is a new theme in terms of being a TEDx style conference, we are having individual calls with every speaker to iron out the details. So for our first technology session, I have Meena Subramaniam and Sudhakaran Prabhakaran leading the session. For the sales and marketing session, I have Nikhil Gore leading the session. And for the VC Outlook, we have one of our TiE members from New York helping out since New York is now participating in this conference. And his name is Jignesh Patel. And finally, last but not the least, for the exit options session, I have Sanjay Agarwal, who is leading the session. And we work collaboratively every week, and we're building the theme and, really looking forward to what's going to come. Finally, last but not the least, I wanted to mention that the conference is on September 13th this year at the Sheraton Boston. Please visit TiECONEast.com, the website, to register for the conference. We have a very exciting lineup of speakers, and we look forward to hosting you there.